What's up, guys? So today we're gonna be towing this Ford Explorer, which normally wouldn't really be anything, but so that tire's turned very sharply. If you look at the other side, it's straight. This tie rod here is bent, but the customer didn't leave the keys with it. It's at another local body shop, and I guess they dropped it off here for an estimate and took the keys with them. Chose not to have the work done here, so now we're having to haul it somewhere else. But I don't have any keys. They gave us no contact information to get a hold of the customer to get them to bring us the keys. So the area around it's in this parking lot, so to fit my truck in here is gonna be kind of a pain. I'm gonna have to get at an angle here, I guess, because I don't have any way of steering it. I could get there, I guess, but that'd be real close to those trucks over there. I think this is the route that I'm gonna take, so I can kind of sort of get in here. Plus it's front wheel drive, so the front tires should be kind of dragging, so the steering being messed up shouldn't really matter because it's going to go straight towards the bed anyways. I'll just have to drag the rear end around. So that's what we're going to be working on today. All right, so we're going to try to get into position here. We're going to have to try to wedge myself in here. There's not just a whole lot of room to maneuver in here. I think there's going to be just enough to get it up onto the bed if we make a couple point turn here. Gotta watch out for this light pole in front of us. Give ourselves a little extra room to work. Get my phone. All right, so hopefully the steering doesn't fight us too hard. Not really expecting too much trouble. Sucks they didn't get it into a parking spot. And if they would have had it facing this way instead of the other way, it would have been a little easier. But assuming this was dropped off here by another tow truck and they just kind of slid it into a spot however they could. So these should have at least decent control arms for us to yeah, let me move my phone up here so I can lay down on the ground here. These have decent control arms at least. Be able to J-hook, and I'm going to need run this winch cable out a little bit, fix it right there so it doesn't lay over the top of itself. Oops. gonna see what this does. I might have to snatch block over. Yeah. It's kinda doing what I want, as long as I can slide it over, which I think I'll have plenty of room to slide it. If I can block that one tire. Look how it's like pinwheeling around this. So the tires are... It rolled slightly. How the tires are bowing opposite each other. I need to put a block behind this tire now. I want them to all be sliding, because if the tire's not rolling, it's not going in the direction that it's pointed. It'll go straight in the direction that it's being pulled. In this case, which is we're going straight up the bed. The front end is in park. That wheel is popping like that because of the block. Which now that it's not, it's going straight up the bed. It's not really needed to have the blocks on there. Don't forget it. All the way up the bed there. It's not perfectly square on the bed, I don't think. But it's pretty close enough. Not too bad for not being able to get straight with it and not having the keys to be able to get into neutral or make any steering corrections. I had a comment the other day asking why I used wood blocks instead of skates a lot of times, and that right there is why, because I just relaxed a little tension off the winch and was able to get the block out of there. If I had skates under it, I'd probably be waiting till I got to my destination. I'd have to jack it up out of there, or have to hammer them out, or hammer them under the tire to get them under there, if it didn't just kick it out from under there anyways. To me, it's a lot easier to use blocks than it is skates. Obviously, each one kind of has situations that are better suited for, you know, their use, but for me, generally speaking, I found it easier to use blocks than skates for most situations. And if I had like a high-end vehicle or something that I was dragging up the bed, but I didn't want the tire touching the ground, that's fine. I'll use skates or the tool for the job there, but if I just need to make the tire slide, blocks are where it's at. All right, we're back at the dealer. Alright, so we're back at the body shop. Get the Ford Explorer dropped off. Might recognize the truck next to it here. This is the truck it's been a few videos back now. We picked up from a body shop. We had to turn it around to get it loaded up and everything. Had a windshield smashed out of it. That's the truck actually there on the other side of us. Stick this one next to that one. So this one, the end of the bed's a little wet there. Sometimes if I give it a little bit of angle, it'll slide for us. I put some soapy water down, it might. I think give it a couple nudges, it might slide right off for us. The tie rods. Slide a little easier. Make sure this side's looking okay. Yeah, both tires are towed out now. There's a bit more and it'll be off. Alright. It's on the ground now. So I'm gonna walk my truck out, bring my bed in, use the hydraulics to lift the back tires off the ground just a little bit, and then extend out and pull my bed out from under the car here, little by little. Little short pushes to get it out. Right there. I found that kind of the sweet spot for the distance that I can pull the bed in is about this bed slot right here. I've kind of like the fourth bed slot on this particular truck anyways. I can bring it in to about this bed slot being even with me. I have just enough room to set the bed down and take enough pressure off the axle off the drives to get the bed out from underneath it. Or to lift the tires out there so I can walk it. Otherwise the bed likes to drag on the pavement. Set the tires on the ground nice and easy. And that's it. It's here. It's unloaded. So I gotta get my hooks off of it. I finished doing all my paperwork. Don't have any keys to go and give the body shop, but I'll let them know that it's here. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all would, please subscribe, like, and share. Alright, so we are gonna go pick up a Chevy Traverse now. We were called by the customer to pick it up off the side of the road. They said the police are on scene. I guess it's blocking a lane of traffic. They said 288 northbound at 2004. So I'm assuming it would probably be either the exit or the entrance ramp for 2004. Unless it's on top of the bridge or something, I don't really know where else they would need traffic control at for stalled vehicles. So we're gonna take the exit here and see if they're down here. Yep, they're right down here at the lights. Of course, it would start raining as soon as we get here. Do not know what the failure is on the Traverse. It is directly in the light though, so probably gonna have to pull up kind of long ways with 2004 and see about picking it up there. Wish this car wouldn't stop right here. I can check on scene. I'm gonna have to kind of straddle the puddles and stuff here. A couple fairly decent sized potholes. And then we're still on the shoulder of the road, so we're not really blocking anything, thankfully. What's up? Of course, it would start raining right about now, right? What's the matter with this thing? It just died or what? It's not in a good spot. Cool, I'll get it picked up. Not believe the customers here. It's a bad day for GM products. Get this thing into neutral. It's got some power at least. So we're gonna roll up. It does. Loaded up.
This took your car. They called y'all, we didn't.
Right. Okay.
Taking it to their house. Right?
To their house, yeah. I think it was like 1300, 2004, something like that. Should be there. I think the apartment's right down there. Appreciate you hanging around. Right? This is a bad spot. Throw a strap on the back of this thing real quick. Just gonna throw a strap on the back of this thing real quick and pull off down the street. Alright, you're good.
The rain's been like this.
Right?
You know, every time I try to do something.
Every time you got to get out. Looks pretty heavy right there, though. It's like it's chasing us. That's how it was. I went to Brazoria earlier to load up a car that was broke down on the side of the road. And there was just a flood right on top of it. Another one up front here. I'll pull off down the road and get it finished. There's a little city park down the road here. All right, I'm gonna call that good.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it. You too. Got this one loaded up. I'm gonna pull off over here at this little city park and finish strapping it down and see where we gotta get it and haul it over to the customer's house for them. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all would, please subscribe, like, and share. We are on our way to go pick up I think it's a 92 GM truck. We're supposed to be broke down over here on Highway 35. Like the first time, it seems like 2 weeks. I don't know how well you can see it, but the sun's shining through the clouds over there. It's been raining just about non-stop for basically since Hurricane Beryl, it seems like. So enjoying a little bit of dry weather and some sunshine for once. Ready to get this one picked up. Thanks for watching, guys.
29 Charles.
I believe we're pulling up to it here. This is about the address they gave us. It's this body style of truck. They said they were leaving it unattended. What we got? First things first, we're gonna check the VIN number. Yep, this is it. Tires flat. Looks like that's probably it, which is good because I'd really like to move this thing back a little bit. Snap my pictures before I go too far. Start moving this thing around. Document any damage you see, because it's got all the little air effect stuff on it. It's unattended, so there's no one to say that we did or didn't do something. Let's see anything here. This license plate's bent a little bit. Rock chips on the bumper. Valence looks straight. I wonder if I got a picture from this angle. Alright. Said keys are in the ashtray. There are keys in the ashtray. Alright. starts. It's not knocking or making expensive noises. Brakes feel a little light. Back up just a little bit here so I don't have my front end of my truck out in the highway. Alright, that's gonna make loading this up a lot easier. Use it to get in position.
North John Mary 545, North John Mary 545.
All right. See how close we are to the road there? And that's after I backed it up quite a bit. Definitely would have had the nose of my truck out in the road. I'm glad. It seemed like it was just a flat tire and that it was drivable, because I really didn't want to have to try to push this thing or roll it back if I didn't have to. It's a lot easier when they move on their own. Since we got a little bit of extra room ahead of us, push the truck out just a little bit so I can lay the bed all the way down, which makes the loading angle lower because of that big front valance on there. I don't want to have any extra pressure pulling up on that if I don't absolutely have to. We will see how that looks. I might have to put blocks between the frame and the bridle, because I'm not gonna be responsible for breaking that. Alright. Let's see how our valance looks here. It looks like it's gonna be good. It's got touches a little bit. I don't think it's gonna be enough to hurt anything. We'll definitely have to watch the exhaust though. Oop. Put the keys back in my pocket. The inside of this thing is super clean. Like, normally you see these old trucks and they're all kinds of jacked up. Roll that window back up. Roll this one down so I can steer it a little bit. So we will need to steer it slightly. I want to make sure that none of the exhaust or ground effects or anything like that drags, which I don't think it will. Turn a little bit. Barely touching that valence, which is good. I want to turn that a little bit harder. Bumper and exhaust look good. Go ahead and straighten our steering up a little bit. That way it kind of comes this way, away from that rail. That exhaust is going to get pretty close. Because of the low side there. That hitch. We're gonna let that off a little bit. I'm gonna grab some of my 4x4, or my 2x4s rather. Put down. That way, try to bring that exhaust up a little bit. How that tire is, I don't know if that's going to work or not. Good, a little bit. Go ahead and lift up on the bed just a little bit so I can get this under it. I have my ramps. If I needed them, I could put those down, but it's a little overkill for this thing. Come back here. Hitch just barely touching the ground there. It's up on the bed now. Back up here and make sure we're good. Straighten steering up a little bit so it's nice and square for us. Back up. Alright. Lift our bed up so that board doesn't flip up on us. Go ahead and strap this thing down real quick. Luckily we're off the road, so we don't even have to find anywhere to pull off, strap both sides. Put these back in the box because I'll be leaving these in a minute. Once we get it over to the customer's house, drop it off for them. This truck's kind of a blast from the past. Truck's here straight up out of the 90s. It's like a time capsule almost. Got the Cooper Cobras, American Racing wheels, got the fender flares and the body kit, all the valence and stuff on it, the window louvers. It's obvious somebody takes pretty good care of this truck. Really don't like strapping the flat tires, but I'm not going very far. Not going very far, very fast. I found it's hard to get the slack out of the strap. It just keeps compressing. The strap doesn't really ever fully get tight. But it'll help hold a little weight, I suppose. So. Of course, there's other ways I could strap this corner down. Alright, it's our last strap. We're gonna call this one good. Get it hauled back over to the customer. They can get their tire fixed and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all would, please subscribe, like, and share.